And I want to start this video off with a bang, with some controversy. And that is going to be about a quarterback controversy. So what I want to ask you guys is, do you guys want to see the Washington football team take the next step from a solid team to better than that? And if your answer is yes, then you guys should agree with me, and I want to see Taylor Heinicke start the next preseason game. I want to see what he looks like with the ones. I think all three of our quarterbacks played well, but yet again, I'm wearing the shirt for a reason. Need to start this off by yet again saying, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I know I've seen what I need to see. Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't play bad, but Taylor Heinicke is, in my opinion, should be the starter. It is what it is. I heard, I heard that in practice, Fitzpatrick looked a lot better than everybody else. I don't care.
They are going to place Fitzpatrick onto injured reserve. Under the current rules, that means he will miss a minimum of 3 games starting on Thursday night against the Giants. For Heinicke, a huge opportunity here.
56 yards, the longest play of the game. Heinicke throws it into the end zone. Touchdown! And there's the quarterback, signed as the quarantine quarterback. And a placeholder for the placeholder for Washington. And he rained some big plays on the Giants and showed a veteran's coolness, overcoming 2 fourth-quarter deficits. And Taylor Heinicke has his first win. And boy, did he earn it.
Fucking told you. I fucking told you. How many times? How many times did I fucking sit up here and tell you about this man?
When will this win probably soak in for you and what was happening tonight?
Probably sometime tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy it tonight, maybe have a couple Heinekens, and just relax. Go watch some film tomorrow, get better, and have the weekend off. But again, it was a great win.
Is that actually beverage of choice for you, or does it have to be now?
Has to be, but I got to do it.
That you do. Please take a picture and post it. But you heard that fan base from early on, and at one point you actually had to try and silence them from cheering your name. What is it about the way that you play that you think that they rally so quickly behind you?
I don't know. Maybe going to school right down the road. Maybe just every play I go out there, I'm giving it my all. Leaving my body out there, and again, that's the way I play. I grew up watching Brett Favre, and the passion he had for the game. That's what I have. And again, this time last year I was at home, and I'm just very fortunate and very happy to be on the football field. So when I'm out there, I'm living the dream.
A word people like to use to describe you is gamer. I mean, are you aware of that label? And to you, what does that mean if you do agree with it?
I somewhat agree with it. Playing in a game is a lot different than practice. In practice, you really want to stay in the pocket, go through your reads, and kind of see things from the pocket, in a perfect world. But everyone knows during a game, things break down, holes open up, and sometimes I can use my legs. So the biggest thing for me is to have my legs be my last option, really trying to get the ball in those playmakers' hands. And if things break down, then my legs can be a check down.
But they lost to a team with a quarterback that forgot that he had 2 legs and could run.
Come on.
Taylor Heinicke turned into Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and he was picking apart that Giants defense. I was actually thoroughly impressed with the way that Taylor Heinicke handled himself. His confidence, his poise, his throw, everything he was doing seemed to be good, except for the fact he forgot how to run, so he didn't get the over on Heinicke.
We know you got a little bit of time with the ones during the offseason and training camp, but that was maybe what Coach would say 20-25%. Is that about accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, and then during the short week, how much practice did you have with the ones?
Well, we had one practice,
Right.
and it was kind of half speed, so again, there wasn't really much to work with there. So
what goes into trying to be able to do what happened in that Thursday night game for you then without those reps that QB1 would normally get?
I think it's something that you kind of just go back to, one, just playing football that, you've been doing for so long, and two, going back to the mechanics. I threw to those guys in training camp a good bit, so just kind of going through the timing and playing the playbook. And again, I think we did a pretty good job last night.
Pretty good job. Thursday night, prime time, everybody is watching. You go out there on the short week, not as much practice, but you have career highs and completions and passing yards. Do you pay attention to that, or what stock do you put into those numbers?
Not much. Again, you could throw for 400 and 5 touchdowns and still lose, and it doesn't mean anything. So as long as you get the win, then the stats are kind of cool. But again, the win is the biggest statistic.
The Vikings, 3rd and 5. Heinicke in trouble again. He's able to escape. Keeps the play alive, runs for the first down, dives for the pylon. Is he in? Is he in? Yes, touchdown, what a run! What a play by Heinicke!
What a play!
Wow! And Chase.
Pylon, and does he hit the pylon with the football? Yes, he does. That's a touchdown.
Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? It's B. Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins Review. You guys, there's still doubters out there, and I get it. There's a lot of people around the NFL speculating whether Taylor Heinicke is the real deal, whether he's legit. But for me, it really takes me back a little bit that some of our fan base still doesn't believe that Taylor Heinicke is legit, and I still see a lot of comments, and I still see a lot of people question whether or not this kid is for real. Now, this video is going to be me explaining my point of view and why I think Taylor Heinicke is the real deal, and why I've thought this entire time. Now, what I should really only have to do to show someone that this guy's the real deal is that throw in the Giants game to Ricky Seals-Jones in the corner of the end zone. That's a big throw. There's not a lot of people making that throw. In the NFL, not too many people making that throw. But for me, what really turned this all around for me to realize that this guy is the real deal, and I really truly believe in him, is this video that I'm about to show you right now.
Heinicke. Number 4 been paying attention. Cause he operating. Hey, you balling. Keep going. So I do. Keep going. I see. I know you. I love it. I went up to him. I said, hey, keep doing what you're doing for. He said, come on. That's what I do. I love it. Oh, I like him.
All right, guys, you just got done watching the NFL Insider video from last year. I believe that was during the Carolina Panthers game when Taylor first came in. And you saw Chase Young run out onto the field, who was mic'd up, and he walks up to Taylor Heinicke and he says, "You're balling out here." And without any hesitation at all, Taylor Heinicke says, "That's what I do. That's what I do out here. I ball. I'm a baller." And when I think about it more and more, sure, at the beginning of any game or whatever, there's going to be certain people that are mic'd up for NFL Insider type stuff or whatever. And I'm sure at some point someone was like, hey, Chase is going to be the guy with the mic this game or whatever. But think about it. You're Taylor Heinicke, a guy off the street, a guy who just got called up. You have all these things going through your head. You're out on the field and you're playing in a game, and this is what you've been waiting for so long, and you never know if you're going to get another opportunity, and you're trying to remember all these playbooks. The coach is talking to you in your ear and in your helmet. Do you think he really remembered that, oh, hey, Chase Young is going to be mic'd up? No, that was genuine. That was genuine. When at the time he's going to be defensive rookie of the year, Chase Young, a big dude, someone that everyone respects, walks up to you and says, hey, you're balling out here, without missing a fucking beat. He says, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's who he is. I truly believe that. I believe he has the utmost confidence in himself and his abilities. And like I said, you can go and you can go look and watch what he did when he had limited time and he came in and played for us last year, or in the playoff game, or this year when he came in late for for us versus the Chargers, and then also during this Giants game, you can look at all that and say, okay, this guy's legit, or he's got legit skills, or this or that. To me, it's that video right there, and I don't know how I've never seen that video until just a couple days ago or whatever. But now that I've seen that video, it's all up here. This guy is legit. This guy truly believes he can be the guy. He truly believes that he's good enough. He truly believes in himself. He could have been out there on any team, and somebody walked up to him and said, hey, you're balling out here. He would have said the same thing. That's what I do. I'm a baller. When I'm out here on this field, I'm going to put it all on the line. And that's why, for me, Taylor Heinicke is legit. He's the real deal. And like I said, last season, when I bought this shirt, I like the shirt just because I love the play. And like I said, this play is one of my top Redskin memories of all time. Like this play right here meant a lot. And like I said, when I first got the shirt, I even said, pump the brakes. It says Legend of Taylor Heinicke. And I said, pump the brakes. If the kid would have won that game, then yeah, I'm all about the legend part. Like I thought it wasn't right to have the legend or whatever. And that's what I said. You can go back and watch the video. That's what I said. But now I'm realizing this was the beginning. The legend starting. And hopefully there's much more to come. Now, we have a tough game coming up with the Buffalo Bills. I was hoping that they fell in their first game and they started 0-1. I was hoping that people could start jumping up on these boys early, but they just beat the Dolphins 35-0 in the last game. Hurt their quarterback. Now there's a huge task for Taylor Heinicke this week. What we're gonna get, I don't know, and I understand why some people don't believe fully yet. Yes, we're Washington fans. We have. Whenever you get your hopes up, you get let down. I get it. I know. But the thing is, I've watched this kid. I've seen what he can do. It just came out that he has like 3 NFL starts or whatever, and he has more completions in the first 3 starts than any player in NFL history. That stat kind of blew my mind. I mean, but if the Washington football team legit put that out on their Facebook, I don't think they're going to screw that up. When I first heard that, I was like, I don't know if that sounds right. But if they're putting that out there, but still, like I said, I believe in the guy. I understand he's small. I understand that he's had injury history in the past. I get it. But if this kid can stay healthy, he's got everything. He's got everything it takes. Those throws aren't a joke. Yeah, he doesn't have the biggest arm in the world that you would wish. But that throw to the end zone, he had enough zip on that. He was smart. He's smart enough. He knows what to do with the football. And then also he realizes, like in that playoff game, yeah, it's a playoff game, so he's going to lay his body out there, and he got hurt and he hurt his shoulder. He still came back in and played or whatever. But in the video I showed you earlier where he says, I'm going to use my legs as a check down. I love that. Like, look around and he understands, yeah, he's smaller, and that's why I put on some extra weight in the offseason and to try to bulk up and, take some more hits and everything. But also, he just proved to us. He literally just proved to us. Right before that game is when he said that. I'm going to use my legs as a check down. And then guess what he did? He didn't even run. He didn't even have to run. He's showing you. I've watched. I live in Baltimore. I've watched Lamar Jackson, and guess what? Everyone says, "Oh, can Lamar Jackson throw the ball?" Sometimes, and what they did in the playoffs to beat Lamar Jackson is they took away his running ability, and he had to throw the ball. And multiple times he's lost in the playoffs. So there's always the knock out there. Can Lamar Jackson become a pocket passer? Sure, of course. At times he looks really good passing the ball. Of course he does. But then when teams take certain things away, can he always do it? And what we've just seen within 3 NFL starts, we sit here and we thought that this guy, he's got wheels and he's always going to use them, and that's a key to his game. He just proved to you he didn't have to run. He's smart enough. He knows what to do. He knows the playbook. He can do this. He can be a pocket passer and then use his legs as a check down if needed. And to me, I've seen all I need to see. This guy's our starter. This guy's the real deal. And if anybody else still has questions about it, all we can do is wait and see. But I'm going to end this video. Let me know what you guys think. This video took me a little bit longer because of the edits and stuff like that. I had a blast doing it. I love everything about this kid. And I wish him the best, man. A hard task this weekend. He's gonna need some help. We're gonna have to run the ball. We're gonna have to get up early on the scoreboard. But that's another thing about Taylor Heinicke. When he's played for us, think about, we just had Alex Smith. Think about even Kyle Allen. We just had all these guys play. We had so many people. Mark Sanchez. We had all these people in here, and they couldn't score points. This kid puts points up on the board somehow. Our defense used to be the strength of this team. Now we feel more comfortable with this man out on the field because he puts up points. If he would have played the entire first half versus the Chargers, that's a completely different game. He came in near the end of the first half. If he would have gotten to, and it was a close game still. If he would have played the entire game, if he would have had all the reps on the offseason as a starter, think about where maybe he would be compared to now. So, like I said, I'm going to end this video. Don't want to keep it too long. Let me know about your concerns. I get it, man. I get it. If he has an injury history, and that's not, I always take that very seriously. But the reason that I'm willing to truly believe in this kid is because he's done everything I can tell that he can do on the offseason. Like he said, he put on that extra weight. He's taken this all very seriously. He was waiting for him to actually be the starter, right? Because of what he did in the playoff game last year. Most people would assume he's got a real shot to be a starter, and he's taken the offseason to be that. But in practice, guess what? I hear stories about him throwing 3 picks in practice or whatever. And as you heard him say in the interview, people call me a gamer because when I come into the game, I ball. That's what I do. But maybe he's just not the best in practice. And like I said, in all those videos you've seen me rep this kid, I don't care what happens in practice. I understand, they would feel better if he could put it all together in practice as well. But in the preseason, I've seen everything I needed to see. This is the kid. This is the guy. This guy's got it. He's got it. That it factor. You look around the NFL and you see those guys that got it. It's him. He's got that. And then you go and you see other people. Like I just watched a video of a Panthers fan when the Panthers cut him. He was really upset, and for a good reason. That guy's seen what we're seeing. He was like, this guy, he's played the best in preseason in the games. When he's in the game, he plays well. And that's all it comes down to. We'll see what happens, man. But like I said, I stand behind the kid. I think he's really got what it takes. And for me, seeing his mental, where he's at mentally, that pushed me over the edge. He said, he said, you're balling out here. That's what I fucking do. I ball when I'm on this field. And he didn't hesitate. There was no hesitation. He said, that's what I fucking do. I ball when I'm out here. So that's all I needed to hear, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, hail to the Washington football team. Peace.